In the newly released 2025 Economist Intelligence Unit Global Livability Index, Vancouver has once again made a strong showing, ranking first in North America, 10th globally, and standing as the only North American city to break into the global top 10. Other North American cities collectively missed the cut. Vancouver boasts a geographical location, surrounded by mountains on 3 sides and facing the sea on 1. With a mild and pleasant climate year-round, superior air quality, extremely high green coverage, abundant medical and educational resources, and relatively prominent social safety, it is known as Canada's Rain City. It features ice-free ports and abundant rainfall throughout the year. Thanks to its open and inclusive social atmosphere and highly developed film industry, it is hailed as Hollywood North. Vancouver's livability stems primarily from the comprehensive balance of urban planning, environmental accessibility, and civic culture. Its Vancouverism planning model advocates high-density, mixed-use communities, reduces reliance on cars, and creates vibrant public spaces. Residents can enjoy unparalleled proximity to nature, oceans, forests, and mountains, all within a short drive from the city center. The city boasts world-class public infrastructure, a robust healthcare system, and efficient transportation, while civic participation and multiculturalism foster social inclusion. These factors work together to bring not only physical comfort but also a strong sense of belonging and mental well-being. Unlike traditional, employment-driven metropolises, such as New York and Toronto, Vancouver is more of a global city that prioritizes quality of life. Knight Frank's 2024 Global Wealth Migration Review indicates that Vancouver ranks 3rd in North America among cities most preferred by high-net-worth families for relocation. It is home to over 2,800 households with assets exceeding $1 million, placing it among the top 10 globally, after Miami and New York, and ahead of Los Angeles and Toronto. The report explicitly states that Vancouver attracts global high-net-worth individuals seeking quality of life, rather than the traditional employment-driven urban population. The ceiling of Canadian housing prices. By mid-2025, although Canada's real estate market had cooled overall, with persistently high interest rates, a significant decline in transaction volume, and a continuous monthly increase in listing numbers, one thing remained unchanged: Vancouver's housing prices still reigned as the nation's most expensive, unrivaled by any competitor. The latest data shows that the average residential price in the Greater Vancouver area remains between $1.2 million Canadian dollars and $1.3 million, while the average price of a single-family home approaches $2 million Canadian dollars. In Vancouver's West End, purchasing a single-family home typically starts at over $3 million Canadian dollars. Even a modest 2-bedroom apartment conservatively starts at $700,000 Canadian dollars to $800,000. Despite years of complaints about Vancouver's unreachable housing prices, the city's pace of life is being quietly defined by a group of invisible asset classes. Many homes in Vancouver are tantamount to cash sitting on the ground. BC Stats 2023 data shows that the homeownership rate among families over 65 in Greater Vancouver is as high as 76%, with 62% having already paid off their mortgages. These mortgage-free homeowners are the core group who purchased properties early and have strong asset release capabilities. A BCREA report also notes that the total appreciation of real estate in Greater Vancouver has exceeded $205 billion Canadian dollars over the past 3 years, driving up household net worth. Although transaction volume fluctuates due to uncertainties, housing prices remain resilient with a stable overall trend, and sellers still hold the upper hand. In other words, the preservation and appreciation of housing prices are not just a phenomenon of the past 3 years but continue to have support in the future. A study by United Way, a joint public welfare organization, further reveals that early immigrant families and local households who purchased properties early have accumulated substantial wealth through real estate appreciation. Rental returns and capital gains sustain a calm and elegant lifestyle. This is precisely why the street-level labor vibe is not obvious in Vancouver. The rise of flexible employment, non-full-time work becomes the norm. In recent years, with the rise of new economic forms, Vancouver's labor market has been rapidly transforming. The Vancouver Creative Economy and Freelancing Report released by the Vancouver Economic Commission in 2023 states that the proportion of freelancers in the Vancouver area is as high as 18%, far exceeding the national average of 14% and ranking second among Canadian cities. Meanwhile, the BC Province 2023 to 2033 labor market outlook predicts that by 2030, 43% of new jobs will be non-full-time, contract, or freelance positions, becoming the mainstream form in the labor market. A large number of workers no longer pursue stable 9-to-5 traditional jobs but maintain their livelihoods through project-based income, platform economy, and freelancing. This has given rise to a phenomenon: even when they are working, they often appear in cafes, co-working spaces, or libraries, further reinforcing the urban impression of, no one is going to work on the streets. Vancouver is no hollow city. Of course, Vancouver is not a hollow city, sustained solely by real estate. Its technology and creative industries have also performed remarkably in recent years. According to 2024 data from the Vancouver Economic Commission, Vancouver has become Canada's second-largest tech hub, with rapid development in artificial intelligence, blockchain, digital entertainment, green technology, and other fields. The tech industry currently provides direct employment to 110,000 people, with an annual output value exceeding 31.3 billion Canadian dollars. Its game development and digital entertainment exports rank third globally, second only to Los Angeles and Tokyo. The rise of the tech plus creative ecosystem has further sharpened Vancouver's image as a livable city. Behind all this livability lies an increasingly struggling grassroots working class. According to Statistics Canada's 2024 Low-Income Situation Report, while Vancouver's absolute low-income rate is less than 9%, one of the lowest in Canada, housing poverty is severe, with extremely high housing cost burdens becoming a mainstream issue. CCPA 2024 data shows that over 62% of low-income families spend more than 50% of their income on rent, and high housing prices have forced a severe imbalance in the food, clothing, and housing of many wage earners. The 2024 housing report indicates that the median rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Vancouver is $2,750, with an annual increase of 14%, far exceeding rent burdens in other Canadian cities. Facing a severe income housing mismatch, wage earners are forced to adopt measures such as long-distance commuting from the suburbs, taking multiple jobs, or relying on family support. Many frontline workers, nurses, teachers, cleaners, have been forced to move to suburban or exurban areas such as Chilliwack or Squamish, with daily commutes lasting 2 to 3 hours. A CCPA survey points out that 64% of frontline service workers in Vancouver say they cannot live locally long-term on this profession. Some people take on multiple jobs, combining formal work with gig economy tasks like food delivery or housekeeping. There has even been a trend of seasonal, reverse migration, where workers stay in Vancouver during peak demand seasons and return to their hometowns during off-seasons. These people are crucial to Vancouver's livability but are being squeezed out of the core urban area by high costs. Professor Nicholas Blomley, urban sociologist at SFU, bluntly warns, "This is not just a problem of life pressure, the city's labor structure is gradually collapsing." A city that can't retain teachers, nurses, and drivers will eventually lose its livability halo. Currently, Vancouver still relies on new immigrants and working immigrants to fill the gap in the short term, but whether this input substitution model can be sustained is a major hidden concern for long-term urban governance. Vancouver is undoubtedly beautiful, but beauty alone cannot sustain a society. The real lives of frontline workers are increasingly at odds with the city's global image. If basic service positions continue to hollow out, public service quality declines, and social class divisions intensify, the global livable city may be left with nothing but a facade.